Okay, there we go. I think I have audio. We got video sorted out. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm Justin Garrison. I am now streaming this one to YouTube and to Streamplace on Blue Sky, App Proto, Atmosphere, whatever. It's going to Streamplace just because I wanted to try it. So yeah, if you're over there on Streamplace, leave a comment because I have no idea how this side of it works. So let's jump right in. I wanted to deploy. Let me get back to my screen. And where the heck is my OBS? There it is. I got too many windows now. There it is. Did that switch? I think that switched. Okay. I need OBS. I need to set that up better. I need it in like studio mode so I can see the previews, all that fun stuff. This is not the right one. This is the official one. The Qwen 3.8 model came out today, and I want to try it. It's the 27 billion parameters, so it fits in a reasonably sized machine. If you have like 96 gigs of video RAM, I have some Sparks. I have some DGX Sparks that I'm going to run this on. It'll run on a single Spark, which is great. If you were here for my last stream, which is on YouTube, no idea how to link that here. But it's I got 3 Sparks. I unboxed them. I set them up. We're running them in a Kubernetes cluster with the ConnectX-7. A couple changes since then is one, I got it working. That's a big change from that stream. I think I spent like 3 hours on that stream and never got the ConnectX-7 working properly. And I was trying to go off of like automatic IPv6 connections and not assigning IP addresses. And we ended up just going down the route of like, let's assign some static routes on these NICs and then tell it in each host, like you go to this host, you go to that host. So this is my Spark cluster. I called it DGX, of course, because I'm boring. The other thing I did is I actually have a framework 13-inch main board, an AMD board that is my control plane, because the other thing I kept finding was I had all 3 Sparks as control plane nodes, and just setting those up and running them, and then when something would break, I'd have to tear down the whole thing. I'd need etcd to go away. I need it to sync again. It's a lot easier if these are just worker nodes, and I just shoved all of the like maintenance side of things onto the framework. And let me pull up my, I did set up a very crude Grafana dashboard for monitoring it. And this is only on that DGX cluster. There's nothing like special about this. And all of it was Claude written. I didn't really care. But I just want to set some very basic, like what's the memory usage? What's my GPU utilization? Right now, I think, yeah, Jarvis and Ultron both show they're like 90 something percent of memory, which is great because they're loaded a model. They have DeepSeek loaded in it. And I will also show, let me do it off screen first, just to make sure I don't show anything I don't want to. Where is this coming from? This is Aperture, which is Tailscale's like model router thing. This is where you connect all your models into it and then you expose them on your tailnet. And so I have DeepSeek is running in that cluster. Let's go over to it and show. I don't know why this is hanging. I hope it works. Get my qconfig. Get pods. I have this DeepSeek running across both model or both nodes in the DGS cluster. We can see that it's, it's on both of them. That's connected over the ConnectX-7 cable. And then one of them is the head VLM. When you run it in tensor parallelism, you split the model. The model fully runs on both, but you split how it's being processed. So half and half on each one. And so if I run OpenCode, I have this configured again to my Aperture endpoint models, and I can see I have this DeepSeek flash, and I can say, what's it? Folder. Please work. Please work. Oh, geez. I might have to fix this. What? No, something worked, something didn't. I don't know for sure what's going on here, but it should be using this. It's using that model. If I go back into the here, that's less than 30 minutes. Might take a second for it to show up. I will also say I have this, which isn't working. This is my main Grafana, and I'm going to have to figure out why this side of it's not working. Yeah, I got no stats on this. This worked for a little while. Does this one work? Okay, this one's working. This is the current DGX Spark. This was in the other cluster, in the WRT Kates cluster. So if I switch my cluster here, I will see I have a Spark in here. This was my first Spark. This one is running a single Qwen 3.6 model. Sure, you do what you want to do. The LLM system. Okay, so I do have the BLM system running with the Qwen model. I think I have a deployment here. And you can see I have 3.6. It's a 27 billion parameter model. That one has been running on a single Spark for me. I haven't been using it as much, but I actually want to leave this one running, and I'm going to deploy. It's adding. That's right. It's adding the Sparky node. I'm very boring with my names. My first Spark I named Spark. The second one I named Sparky. And so I'm adding Sparky to this WRT Kates cluster. So it is connected to Spark. I could run a model that is across both, but I want to just run it on one. And I'm going to have Qwen 3.6 on one Spark and Qwen 3.8 on the other one, because I do want to do some comparison between the two. So we're going to new Sparky. We get our ephemeral. It's 100 gigs. Models get the rest of it. This is all stuff that I had templated out a while ago. So this is just like repeating the same sort of configuration on each node. I don't actually see where my comments are on any of this. Oh, I did see it. Oh, hello, Jacob. I should probably check my chat. 4 Sparks total. 2 in each cluster. So yeah, so I can actually, I don't know how. Oh, sorry, I'm missing my YouTube comments too. It is really hard to have 3 windows open. I'm sure there's a way to do this better in OBS, and I'm just terrible at it. So yeah, looking at the El Taco Paco, it's 4 Sparks. I don't know how to show a picture in OBS. I have a picture of it, but it's just stacked up in my closet. But I have the top 2 Sparks are connected together, and the bottom 2 Sparks are connected together, and then each one's going to be in separate clusters. But on the top 2, I'm running the DeepSeek model, and the bottom 2, I'm running separate Qwen models. Let's see. Let's get this synced in. I'm in the WRT Kates folder. Okay, so very verbose with comments. I do need to update this version here. I think we're on. Which versions do we got? We got a 7 there. I'm not going to go to the beta. We have an RC release coming out today. I will do 1.13.8 just for the hell of it. Why not? Nope. 8. This should get my mirrors that are running, so it should be a little faster to deploy. The other one, I didn't do that. And that's just a pull through cache that I have locally. And this, I don't know what model of Claude I'm using, but it uses a lot of comments. And I don't need to worry about the ConnectX 7 stuff because I'm running 2 separate models. Ecliptic, I haven't been using Qwen 3.6 a lot because I keep tearing it down. I've been doing so much testing that I haven't left it running for long enough to like sustainably use it. My goal is to actually leave 3.8 running for a little while. But yeah, I've been doing so much troubleshooting and just general like playing with the Sparks that I haven't been actually using it locally. Um, Yeah, Jacob, thanks for letting me know. I'm sure there's some way in OBS to like get chats, and I know if I did this through like StreamYard, I'd get combined chats, and probably easier ways to show pictures and stuff. I was doing OBS just because it was here. So yeah, so obviously I work at Cyder Labs. I'm running Talos on them. We do have a couple things we have to do. Don't have to. This is the only one we have to do is disable this kernel argument, and I also disable the kexec rebooting because that seems to hang on the Spark hardware, and I don't want to have to walk over to my closet and reboot it manually. And then I disable the dashboard just because it saves some cycles. Otherwise, I think we're probably fine. So don't record Vim. Oh, I did update it, didn't I? Yeah, so we're just adding Spark. So I will sync that one. That's cool. Where am I? I'm in the right folder. Oh, this node already had updated. Oh, do I have to reboot that? Let's see, where are you? This one, ARM. It's already installed. Can I downgrade it? I probably can. Great. Okay, so I can upgrade this or downgrade this. It has 114 installed. This is a very much an Omni question here, but when you deploy it, you need to match the versions, or Omni will upgrade it, but it will not downgrade the OS. So I'm manually downgrading to the version of the OS I want to be on, and then we'll see how it goes. David, you got it running on a R9 9700. I don't have it running yet, so that's the goal here. I will also say my wherever my shell went here. This DeepSeek model, the way I'm exposing it is through the aperture through here. Can I see? I can see usage overview. Yes. So I can see it here, and then I configure it somewhere in this model. Man, I gotta remember where this is. Providers? I think that's it. Yeah, here we go. DeepSeek for Flash. So I need to add my Qwen models here as soon as they're ready. But what I actually do for it, which I think is really cool, is I use this TS plug tailscale utility. And so this is like a sidecar for exposing things to your tailnet. Instead of having the pod in Kubernetes directly join my tailnets, this is like a sidecar that just like forwards things from my tailnets into the endpoint. So I can expose it, my tailnet can then have access to it, and then I get access to it wherever I need. And also expose and give it access to other people at my company. So it's like, hey, you want to use my Sparks that live in my closets? Here's a Tailscale invites, and now you have access to it. So that is the idea here. I'm also going to Tailscale Up. If anyone's out there in San Francisco, Tailscale Up's in a couple weeks. I'm actually talking about basically this setup. So I'm giving a talk overview of everything I'm learning along the way. Because what I found was running a single model on a single GPU in my desk is fine for me to like play with. But once I wanted to like scale that up and give it to someone else, I needed more things. And that's why I started using Aperture and stuff. Let's see if the downgrade finished. Still says it's pulling this. It's probably going to take a minute just because this is a brand new, like fresh build. Yeah, I haven't done anything on a Spark with this version. So, but why? I don't know why it's taking this long. We'll see. I already need to sit down. I'm tired. Um, let's see. Check chat. Don't see anything. Cool. Let me know if my audio and video quality is good. I just got a brand new camera. And I was tweaking it this morning because I found that my capture card was on a USB 2 bus, and so my video was choppy. So I think I fixed it, but yeah, let me know. This doesn't work. I don't have a. Oh, I do have it on this one. No, this is on Spark, not Sparky. Um, I have a JetKVM on one of the nodes, but not on the others. So I'll have to go like manually plug in a USB drive if I want to fix it, which does happen sometimes. Sucks. Okay. Let's while we're waiting for that. Oh, there it goes. Done. Um, okay, so let's tell the clanker. It's, Qwen 3.8. TS plug. Should have this back up now. Looks like it's up and in maintenance mode. Yep. So let's do a sync again. This will pull it back into the cluster. There we go. Now we created the right stuff. So if I keep going to the wrong browser, sorry. Go into this cluster, it shows it scaling up. We're getting that node, it's adding in. It should be Sparky as soon as this gets deployed. Jing Jing. Oh, cool. So you're already running it and benchmarking it against 3.6. That's good to. I mean, I want to know like if you see it beating stuff. I'm mostly just interested in like these models are small enough that they're basically like write a little bit of code for me, do a little bit of a couple tasks at a time, and then something else needs to like orchestrate that. So yeah. Oh, you're on the V100 with T. Okay, so you have two V100s, which are OBS. Streamplace looks like it lost my stream. Oh, there it goes. I have no idea why it cut. I think YouTube's still going. YouTube stats haven't updated for a while though. I have no idea what's going on. OBS still thinks I'm streaming, so that's all that matters. What is this? I don't want that. Yeah, the V100s are really cool, and one thing I have definitely learned through this process is scale a model to a single node for as much as your budget can allow you to. It is so much easier to do this on a single node with PCI buses because that's just automatically taken care of and you're not dealing with networking. It's similar to distributed systems in general. Like you don't want to go over the network and go to microservices if you don't have to. Like don't go to micro, I don't know, runtimes, VLM agents. Like don't split it if you don't have to, just because the models are very large and it's easier if they are on one single box. 4 V100s, 32 gigs each, but running TP2. Wait, is it 4 in one node? Oh, so you have both models split. I see. So you have 4 cards in the same box, and you split up the runtime to say TP2, so it's splitting over those. That makes sense. What is this doing? Okay, this is pulling that installer image. We're just waiting for it. We can get back to this. No, don't make it a new namespace. Don't do that. Does OBS let me? No, I can't. I can see the chat, but I can't it's another thing that I like in StreamYard is you can like put the chat message on the screen. It looks like stream place completely died on me. I don't know why. But yeah, David, 3 is the most impressive model. How so? Is that fast tokens? Is that accuracy? Because DeepSeek seems pretty impressive. But I'm just kind of curious what your criteria is. Okay, so we get this Qwen. I will 100% forget that these are named different. So yeah, deployment is my 3.6. Why did I open that? Okay. Let's see if this scaled. There we go. Finally rebooting. And this is the DGX cluster. Where's my other one? Here's my export. Oh, I don't want Mini. I want Spark. There you go. One of the things I did also learn is even though these Sparks, I have power on this, but it's not working. Let me see if I can find the power monitoring again. I have Shelly plugs, which let's just tell it to fix it. Which I have a Prometheus exporter for these plugs that was showing me data. Right now it's plugged in a weird way. If I look it up on my phone, I can see that, where is it? The Spark itself is using 57 watts total for just one Spark. And then I have the other one plugged into like a surge protector for 3 Sparks, which is 166. So it is, slightly more than triple for the 3 Sparks. One of them's not under load right now. So we'll see if that number goes up. What are you doing? Deployment. Oh, it gave it a name. VLM server. I see. Rename. Let's see. Oh, geez. I have the whole DGX cluster that I never committed because I didn't want to. Oh, we're renaming that to 23.6.27. Oh, that's right. And we have the tailscale operator in this cluster as well. So I guess I don't need that TS plug. What is it? I think it's called tailscale operator. Okay, so I already have the operator running, so I don't need TS plug. Be explicit because I was doing both. Or T Kates has CL Scout. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Sorry, catch him on chat. Looks like stream place is back. I use my own harness. Intelligence. You can't speak on accuracy outside of the orchestration engine. Okay. I don't know. I haven't done the part. I've been playing with different harnesses just to see what they do. It seems like a lot of the stuff that I'm looking at is kind of going down this multi-model routing. Like what's available to me now? Let me route to the right thing, because that seems like a good approach to save money and increase speed. Yeah. But right now I'm just using like the main stuff I'm doing is in Claude because I still trust it more than anything else, and it's available to me. And then I'm using open code for the other stuff. Okay. Got load balancer that should be exposed with the TS operator. That's fine. I don't have anything configured to that. I might have had open code, but it doesn't matter. Aperture. What? Aperture right. Oh, it does not. Okay. Let's see. So these are my new HTTP routes. So if that should have 2 now. Open Web UI, Qwen 3627B. Oh, I needed. No, that's fine. So we get the new cluster template, the new Sparky machine tracked, and then just the new model. And this cluster also has thought I fixed that. This cluster also has Flux. So it's my Flux repo. So Flux will do the rollout for me for the model, so I don't have to worry about manually pushing it. I should see if headlamp works now. No, I didn't fix headlamp. Which dashboard is it? Shelly. All right, it's back to comments. I'm running local LLM, but paying for what? So you can share the load. So I work pays for Claude access, and I have access to a couple other models for funsies, for other videos and stuff that I'm working on. I'm running the local model so I can eventually switch to them. I won't have 4 Sparks forever. This is partially for demos. 2 of the Sparks are kind of a lab environment. And again, I do a lot of this troubleshooting for other customers pretty repeatedly, and so they don't last forever. It's something that I can probably run for a week, and then like sometimes it just falls down. And because I break something, because I test new config, because I test new models. So this is not, because I'm doing this mostly for a lab environment for support and for compatibility. I don't really rely on it. Two of the sparks are going to go to a coworker in a couple months. I'm getting them ready because I'm here and we're bringing them to conferences. So we're going to be at a couple conferences showing off what they can do, basically, just locally. And so that's why I'm digging into it. That's why I'm kind of doing this. And so, yeah, David's too poor for good hardware. Um, there's a lot of folks that have been doing cool stuff with my hardware doesn't fit this thing. Like, what's the DS4? Dark Star, is that what it's called? Star. What was it called? Yeah, this one. Dwarf Star. That's what it is. You can't read it. Dwarf Star is the one I'm thinking of, and it does like this sort of, what if we stream some of this stuff from disk, right? Like, what if I don't have all the uh VRAM that I need to run it in memory? What else can I do? And like their target is like a couple Macs, the MacBooks, and basically the Spark. And I keep saying the Spark is like the iPhone of this like local AI hardware. It's allowing us to do a lot more just because it is a set definition. Even if it's not the most powerful, even if it doesn't have a bunch of bandwidth, it is a thing you can go buy. And so it's kind of like an iPhone or just a video game console, right? Like consoles were never the most powerful machines you could get. Always wanted to get a PC if you wanted to run the latest and greatest stuff. But getting a PS4 or PS5, like, yeah, it's actually great because a lot of the games could write to that spec, and that's why it was valuable. And so the Spark is that for me, and or at least the GB10 like footprint is that moment in running local models, even if it's not the best fastest thing. Is the new 27B or is it setting up? Let's see. Okay, get pause. No, it's VLLM system. It is pending. So it's probably downloading because I've never downloaded. Why is it twice? Why is what? Uh, no, that's 3.6. That one's running. I already had that model downloaded. So it's because I have a local cache on the device. There's like a models partition. I keep going to that one. If I go look at, oh shoot, is it? That's why. Yeah, Spark never came back. I know why. I have to go reboot it. I'm gonna show you this first. Um, Disks. So I have what? Oh, maybe on this one I didn't do it the right way. On the other ones, I have these this terabyte, this 4 terabyte divvied up. Let's look at one. And I call it models. Yeah, U models has 3 terabytes, so it just saves that. I need to go pull power on Sparky. It doesn't it doesn't get the kexec until after the first install, and so it tried to kexec, I'm sure, and it fails. So it went to reboot and then it never worked. So I need to go pull power. I'll be right back. Okay. Now we should see these logs start streaming in here in a few minutes as it reboots. I don't have enough JVMs to like attach to every device. So I don't have it on here, but it should work. So it's being set up. So yeah, it wasn't running because the node never rebooted, never got installed properly. How much VRAM does the 5090 have? Oh, did this work? Applying. What happened here? Oh, it wasn't capped. Stupid. Flux will get that. Let's go back into here. See if we have, hey, look, we have data. Haha. That's all it takes. Just name it properly. So the Shelly Benchy is the one that's plugged into 3 Sparks, obviously. It's 165 watts. This is the single node. It's going to come up here in a second. It is streaming back. Oh, it's trying to do the installer again. What? Did it fail the first time? Oh, maybe the downgrade failed. I don't know. No, these are starting up though. We'll see. We'll see here in a second. Okay, but we have this dashboard back. This is showing me the usage. The thing that I find interesting here is I also have the, where is it? This one? Yes. This one shows power usage. This is the wrong device. There we go. This is the DCGM exporter that NVIDIA has. It shows power usage for the GPUs, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because it's showing that it's at 28 watts on Spark. But then if I go look at that other playlist, it's using a lot more than 28 watts. And I don't think the ARM processor is using that much. So we'll see. It seems we need more than 32 gigs of RAM to run at this speed. Yeah, like 32 gigs is an 8 gig model, 8 billion parameter model, an 8 gig model. Is going to be tight. Like I have a 12 gig 3090 in my box. Uh, 12 gig 3060, which I thankfully bought before Ramageddon. But it's still like I can't. 12 gigs isn't very much. I have more cards back here that I need to test as well, but these Sparks came and we want them for conferences, so that's going to happen sooner. And now let's go get nodes. Sparky is here now. I also set up what's it called? Pulsus, but it's not working. This is like a Hugging Face, a model cache, so I can have this locally as well, because these models are huge and I want to be able to not download 100 gigs every day. It just takes way too long. So it's not set up yet, but if anyone's interested in doing that sort of stuff, I think it will help. The container pull through caches I have definitely help on speed. What else is, oh, I may need to fix that as well. Okay. What else is everyone else just doing this for coding? Is this just here's a coding agent? Let me run something on it. I have I think 4 or 5 different things. I have Whisper running. That's on like a small GPU. Again, these aren't AI models. It's just like good accelerated stuff. And I do this for like my podcast transcriptions. I upload my files here for the podcast and I download them. Bamboo, I shoved Bamboo Studio in a container and run it accelerated on a node as well because I was sick of it just broke all the time for me on Linux. And this lets me keep it updated, isolated, and running the same on every machine. So I can actually see, like, when I'm running a print or whatever, I can see the status of it. Um, I'm curious what everyone else is also using. If there's other things you're doing besides just run an LLM. Okay. And I'm guessing this is still downloading. Let's add it to Aperture. That's in here. Why did I put that separate? Add a provider. Custom. Now, no, these are going to be separate endpoints. So it's still going to be Qwen 36. The LM system, and then Qwen 36. And then I have operator is this. So that should be my host name on the network. And there's no authentication on it. And this is when SFNB add. And then we will add one more whenever it gets running. 38. Did I name the other one this way? How did I name it? I always try to be consistent on that because otherwise it throws me off later. So I call it Qwen 36. 38. 39. We jumped in the future. Gerbil. Wait. No, I can't spell gerbil. How do I how do I spell gerbil? Yeah. Why did it all look weird to me? Gerbil. No authentication. 3.827. Add. So now I should have, when this is working, I will get all of them. Oh, still waiting. Wide greps Sparky. Yeah, it's pulling down GPU operator containers. One thing to watch your memory notes. Oh, that's old, I think, hopefully. Wait, did it already? Did it already roll out that change? No. Okay. So you're putting it in here. System update open. What do they call it? I hate that like all this AI stuff took open AI, open endpoint, open web UI. I was like, nah, it's pretty specific. You should name it a little more specific than that. Okay. I want to make sure that Flux doesn't try to like roll it back. Oh, Jacob's back on Stream Place. Thanks for letting me know. I had to step away too. So no big deal. Okay. We should have Sparky. Can I look at, I don't think I can see pods filtered. No, I can't filter that. There you go. I can. Why is, oh, whatever. It's Kubernetes, so like images trying to run on it. Open Web UI is going to be pushed onto it. That's the one I want. But here it looks like the other DRA stuff is running. Now too. Yeah, more of it's going. So if I now, K describes Sparky. Oh, describe doesn't have yet. That's right. What? My, oh, what? Mini is upgrading. Oh, I told it to an upgrade. That's my fault. My API went down. I'm like, where's it? What's going on here? While this is going, I'm gonna go over to this cluster because I think the release candidate's not out yet. I'm on the beta and I want the release candidate. Okay. All right, so my API is down for a second. Any other comments? Let me see. I probably should not have upgraded Kubernetes in the middle of this live stream just to, or I guess it's the OS. I should have kept it on the one it was on. What's V620? What is that? Deployment rolled. Just do it the easy way. RG. But what is Olama? I didn't remember that one. They're both in the same. Plus. Are these two? Oh, I see. One is the actual VLM endpoint. That's just the API. This one has the actual chat interface. Okay. So wait a minute. This is 36. Oh, that's right. I exposed this directly on my network as I was testing local agents against it directly. So Olama jgar.net is going to hit the local IP address, not the Tailscale endpoint. Let's see if that's even up. Yeah, okay. So this is routing. Where's my models? I only have 3.6. Oh, geez. I didn't spell it right. What's going on, only Mr. Goat? We're waiting. We're waiting for a cluster to upgrade. It looks like my API is back. but it is going to go down here in a second. Nodes are back. These are mostly running. I'm still waiting for that. This one looked like it crashed. A couple of them crashed. Customize. Image pull back off, but I don't need that right now. This is the only one I'm really waiting for, is the 3.8 model. I'm also testing if Qwen 2.6 is running. Doesn't seem great. This is on Spark. 3.6 is on Spark, so let's see. Query status. No data. Is this the same? This is probably the same problem of capitalization. Try making a game with 3.8? Like, what kind of game are you building? I mean, I'm assuming 3.8's not, like Fable level of like just do the thing. I don't know. I'm getting there. You spelling that wrong. I'm gonna rely on tab complete more. Hey, what's up, Ninja? Nin Jackson? Cloud Native meetup. Sweet. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I will definitely try one-shotting a game as soon as it's up and running. But can I do that with something else? Like DeepSeek should be able to do some of this, right? Create a 2E Tetris game using Bash. Built into ZSH already, but we'll see if we can do it in Bash. Oh, hey, Qwen 3.6 started replying. I have an update here, which also means I should be able to Rothgar, HomeLab Flux, pull requests, Renovate should be able to get me. Doesn't show an update. Renovate might be broken. Can I test whether Qwen 3.8 27B doesn't do the thinking loop? Qwen 3.6 sometimes ends up in a thinking loop. So switch to what the heck is Qualpus? Qualpus 3.6? Is that like a Qwen Opus mashup? Is Qwen the new Qwen a vision model? I think I saw someone say that it had vision. A native vision language model understands images and videos. So yes, I think. Because I think Qwen 6 wasn't. Yeah, vision language understanding. I don't know how to use that. You can set thinking loop to false in 3.6. So I have DeepSeek v4 doing some work over here. I got 3.6. Oh, 3.6 is done. Over here. My providers are set up, but I'm still waiting for 3.6 to down or 3.8 to download, I think. Because is this also the monitoring folder? Okay, it's in there. .8. Oh, look at that. Qwen 3.6. Wait, 3.8's running and 3.6 is pending? What happened? 26 seconds ago. Did it crash when I queried it? I don't know. Qwen 3.8 says it's running, but it's not healthy yet. So we're probably doing a Brand Sparky. Yeah, so it's waiting for the actual model to load into memory. Oops. This model is results. The thinking loop glitch. Quopus is worse than the original. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these like forks of models probably are. How much is it better than 3.6? I don't know because both my models are waiting. I mean, you can go read the benchmarks for that. Like, I'm not gonna go run through all the benchmarks. So go have fun, like figuring out. Like, I'm sure they'll tell you everything is always better all the time. I saw that like GLM had a 5.3 that landed like 10 hours before Qwen 3.8, which is like, hey, we need to make sure that we have the best benchmarks for 10 hours before Qwen 3.8 lands. That's my guess. Torch, graph compile. 5 to 10 more minutes. I don't why. Yeah, benchmarks are always gamed. It doesn't matter what it is. Like people in AI world are learning that like we've been doing gaming of benchmarks for a long time. You can optimize any benchmark. Once you have a metric, it'll be gamed. So yeah, so take that with a grain of salt. Like however you want to use that information. Oh yeah, it's doing an upgrade. Again, stupid me. Spark is doing an upgrade. That's why it's pending. Did it reboot? Oh, it's still evicting stuff. It hasn't fully rebooted yet. So it kicked out. But this one should already be 3.8, right? Yeah, or 13.8. Yeah. So this one, Sparky won't need an upgrade. So we should be good once this model. I would hate to kick the model once it starts running. Are these cloud sparks? No, they're in my closet. They're stacked in my closet. The one thing I learned with the Spark, so I had one and I was running it on a single, like I've been running 3.6 on the single Spark for a little while. I bought 3 more. Again, I mentioned this earlier. 2 of them are going to go to a coworker. The most you can mesh network together is 3 Sparks because if you don't have a switch, you can only mesh 3 of them together. I don't have a switch. I wasn't buying a switch. I'm not keeping all 4 Sparks. 2 of them are going to a coworker. But I am keeping 2 and those are just direct connect. Totally fine. Put those together. But then I learned through this process that you can't parallelize any models on 3 nodes because you have to be able to divide basically how many tensors they have, I think, by the number of parallelization, and models optimize for 2 or even numbers, 2, 4, 8. So they parallelize over batches, not odd numbers like 3 and 5. So that is what I learned in this process. So I originally, my last stream, I had 3 of them set up. They were connected together. I never got it fully working because again, the ConnectX-7 mesh network wasn't quite right and it wouldn't auto detect each node. After that, I set static IP addresses for those mesh endpoints. Things are working. Like I said earlier, I have DeepSeek running on it. Let's see if it worked. It created Tetris SH. Let's see. Oh, I got too much stuff in here. Tetris. This is garbage. Thanks, DeepSeek. You like manually move it down? Oh boy. I can't flip it. It told me, wait, P, restart, hard down, up arrow, A. No. I don't have a flip button. Okay. And it's the same piece over and over again. Thanks. So yeah, DeepSeek didn't do so great on that one. Dave, you have 3 of them working in a ring. Yeah, they can ring together, but you can't parallelize models across 3, right? Do you have a model that works across all 3? Pac-Man with DS Flash and it was garbage. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's actually, let's see if I can get let's see if I can get, is one of them running? No, I'm still waiting for both the Qwens. I saw someone, Eric, I can give a quick overview. What I'm doing. I have 4 DGX Sparks. They sit in a closet. Each one is, there's 2 of them wired together. That is, let me show you visually so you can see. I work at Cytera Labs. I run Talos Linux on them. So I have a cluster here called DGX, which has one control. I run Talos Linux, which runs Kubernetes. So I run Kubernetes on all of them. A framework is my control plane node, and that publishes services that I don't want on Spark. So like this dashboard showing me utilization and things is running on the framework node, so it's not on the Sparks. These 2, Jarvis and Ultron, are chained together with a ConnectX-7 cable, QSFP cable, and they're wired together. And this cluster is running DeepSeek v4. That is what is currently tied into my open code here. That is wired up to Aperture, which is a product by Tailscale, which is a router for models. And so I have DeepSeek v4, which is, again, it's on my tailnets. It publishes this endpoint, and then I can hook up my coding agent or whatever against that endpoint. I have Qwen 3.6 and 3.8 also wired up, but they're not running yet. The second cluster is WRT Kates. This is actually my like main home lab. I don't think this reboot's working. Did it crash too? Oh, look, I gotta go. Oh, wait. This one has a power on it. I can do that from my phone. One sec. I have a Shelly plugs, so I can yank the power off of that device and then go plug it back in. Super handy on these devices, I will say, having an IoT like plug that you can unplug and replug. Sometimes these nodes, for whatever reason, don't fully reboot. Sometimes the KExec doesn't work, whatever. So the cluster is going through an upgrade right now. Let me check. Log should come in like a couple seconds. So yeah, the second cluster has Spark and Sparky also plugged in with ConnectX-7s. Those, I'm not using that direct connect. I have Qwen 3.6 on Spark and 3.8 on Sparky is the goal. I'm an hour-ish into this live stream and I don't have it running yet. Oh, it's running. 3.8's running. Sweet. Let's check it. I also have, where did the Open Web UI go? Here. Do you work now? Oh, 3.8. Did it automatically fail back? Oh, let's do this real quick. Yeah, that was cordoned. Yeah, we're still rolling that upgrade. I did try to make it. Oh yeah, I will make Tetris. When 3.8 is running now. Yeah, for sure. With what's the model name? There. Let's see if that works. I have it set up. Yeah, I don't necessarily trust DeepSeek to do that properly on a first try. So let's close that and see what we get over here. So there is an MCP server set up here. Like if I curl this, I should see models. Here we go. 2738. I don't know. Yeah, it's so verbose all the time. And now 3.8 is running. Where did it? There. Bad gateway. No. Is that actually the model? Model is Qwen. I had this problem before. Yeah. I don't remember what that problem is. I think it was something with tool calling, but I don't remember for sure. So I don't know who asked that question. I think it was Eric. Let me know if that explained it to you. And actually, I want to also call out like someone in the last stream called me a AI tuber. Didn't know it was a thing. And in general, yes, I use the tools, but like my goal isn't to like get something done. My goal is to understand what the thing does, like how to run it, how to maintain it. Which is probably different than what a lot of these people are showing off. And so a lot of times I'm like, I want to understand what it's doing under the hood and then figure out how to explain that to other people, how to actually use it. My bar for expertise in tools is to know when to not use something. And that's usually the edge I try to find is like, when do I not want to use this? And if I can find that, great. Then we can move on to, oh, did it work? Okay, Spark's running again. And so that's my goal out of this. I'm not trying to like set this up for a business or for anything else. Like my goal is actually to understand it. I don't have any benchmarks. I did have benchmarks against DeepSeek, and I was getting roughly 40 tokens a second from it. And again, that's on 2 Sparks. I don't remember the context size. It was probably like 100K, something like that. But yeah, 112 token seconds for Q4 on a 5090. Yeah, like any of these GPUs, like the dedicated GPUs, always have faster RAM. Like there's just better throughput. I do have, I haven't shown yet. So I have some videos on these cards. Where's my, I can't even see myself. The video delay is so bad. This is a Tens torrent card. This one has, this is a N300 N300D, which I think has 32 gigs of RAM. get it down right now because it's up in the box. But I also have the newer version, the black hole. Is their like next generation of them, and that's a P150, which I plan to set up at some point. I found out that my benchmarking desktop that I was using for this only had PCI 3, which those are supposed to have PCI 5 for throughput. So it was not a accurate test of what they could do. But I did find that like inference wise, they are a lot faster than what I'm getting on the Sparks, at least. Two of the black hole cards give me 64 gigs of memory. So it's half as much as what I'm going to get from a single Spark. So it's not going to hold like giant models, but the throughput on them is really good. So okay, it looks like we got both models running now. Both talent input works. What's that? Either did I configure this wrong? Probably. Yeah, I put dots in there, didn't I? Yes. And I probably need, I don't know if I need V1 on it or not. Let's go fix it. Edit. Save. 3.8, edit. 3.8. Save. Okay. Let's try this again. 3.8. Creating Tetris game. Aha. Not found. Sweet. What? What? Okay. What does that mean? Does the other one work? Let's see if we have some activity. Didn't I fix this? No, apparently not. No data. This one. You don't look like you're running a model at all. You're nice. Oh, that's mini. You're not running a model. Okay. We get both nodes. That looks closer to accurate. And then let me also, oh, there we go. No model attribution header. What? You didn't create a Tetris. This is fake news. I don't know why that stuck too. Whoa, what? Did it actually make it? Hold on. It couldn't have done that already. No, this is the DeepSeek one. Get out of here. Okay. It just copied it, I'm sure. That couldn't be. Oh yeah, working copy from earlier. Yeah, don't do it. Maybe here. Let's start a fresh context here. Let's see if this one works. Hey, okay, so 3 ticks is up and responding. Let's hit it against It's fine. 3/8. What did I say? I want to say the exact same thing. Make a Tetris game in Bash. Unknown. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with open code. I don't know what this means. I have Kimchi as a harness installed, and I use it, but it's not like an open. It did configure open code at one point, but I don't know how to get rid of this. So that side's working. Okay, back to comments here for a second. Oh, I missed a lot. Sorry. Tools for 731, absolute beast. Having DeepSeek read you a book? Is it like audio book? Are you like converting a physical book to audiobook? I don't understand. I don't understand that comment. Um, oh, does TensorFlow have a good way to bring models to the platform? Not that I have been able to find. I was trying to convert one of these Qwen models to Black Hole. I think they're working on that side of it, at least at their conference this year. Like I saw announcements around that, but I don't actually know. That's one of the things that I wanted to dig into and I haven't found yet. So. But I know like they claimed that it was something like 90 something % of models on Hugging Face would just work. But they still have like a fork of VLLM. So that's like a big gap for me right now. Did I leave V1? Thanks. I'm catching up on this. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you. Make a Tetris game. This is why I do it on a live stream, because people are like watching me and giving me those corrections, because that was a stupid mistake. It looks like it's working now. Okay, so I think both are doing. I mean, 3.6 has a head start here. Did it path mismatch? Yeah. See, yeah, you got it before the AI. You are still better than Claude. Oh, everyone is always better than Claude. Let me just preface that up front. Humans are better than machines. Interesting. Only two things: delegate, implement Tetris game strip. Like you just like avoid the implement. Let me zoom that out just a little bit. And then I wanted it to fix this dashboard. And I also wanted to check what my power usage is. Jelly. I want to see if it went up. Oh, look at that, 244. Shoot. Okay. So that's the three node machines. That's like a one extension cord with 3 nodes plugged into it. And the Shelly plug is monitoring all 3 of them. One node, this is Spark. This is running 3.6. That's under load now, or at least some load. It's probably not 100%, but it's 136 watts. 3 nodes at 244. That is going to put off some heat. I should have a temperature sensor in there. Has no place for it. Okay, right into open code. Sure, I don't care. I have no idea. Is there a way in open code to like toggle token per second view or something? I again, I'm not very familiar with this. Yeah, and actually, good point there, Eric, because 248 watts is 3 nodes. This one card takes more power than all 3 of those nodes combined. So yeah, so that is quite amazing when you think about it. The whole cluster itself is 400 watts, 400 watts across 4. I know the sparks are kind of power limited, somewhere around that like 120, 140 watts, something like that, which is why they're not as powerful as they should be. At least that's what I've seen. But at the same time, I can do a lot with that amount of power, and that's pretty great. I need a plugin for it. I've never done plugins for this. Wait, provider model not found. What happened? Spent $0. Ha ha ha. This I wish I could see. Can see the subagents, right? You fix the dashboard. I want to see what's going on. Don't need that running anymore. That worked. Uh, should now populate it. Let's see what is. Here. No data. You lie. Qwen 3.8. Delegating failed. A hair dryer uses 1,000 watts. Are you serious? What? Run AI on hair dryer clusters. You probably hold a spark to your head. Like actually, this card does put out a lot of heat. This is 300 watts. Like you could just it. I guess the fans are this way. The old one would blow out the back. So yeah, so that might that might work. I should have kept the DeepSeek one too, so I can compare them all together. Oh, is this? Wait, give me the last hour. I have something now. I just get no data on that. Hey, we made some progress. In this one, I think it said it. I made typos and overcomplicated the base data. Good job, 3.8. Go correct yourself. I have no idea what 3.6 is doing. Was it Control X? I don't remember how to see the sub agent. Do you have these have the two models? Where did I don't know if I can tie this to the model. Yeah, this is on my tailnet. So it should be able to hit the other cluster as well. I don't know what I don't remember what it's exposed as. I think it's just DeepSeek. Yeah, DeepSeek v4 Flash. So I should be able to expose that on the network too, and then get all three. These both are running. All right, we got. Wait, oh, if I zoom out, I can see 11,000 tokens is in my context. Let me try to find the. That easy? Is it that easy? Wait, no, I gotta do this in a shell. What am I doing? So I won't get that until I restart. This is significant. Definitely 3.6 is kind of slow. Wow, it's churning through a bunch of stuff here. I can, because these all go through Aperture, I should be able to see usage. There we go. Model activity, that's what I want. I only see Qwen 3.6 being used. Oh no, here's 3.8. 3.8 total tokens. Usage overview. This just shows, just because it's just me. Does the chat automatically wire up? Where is chat here? Oh, they just had a chat endpoint block. I don't need alerts on this. So so yeah, anything going through Aperture automatically gets the models wired up here. That's pretty nice because I have this Open Web UI instance that I manually wire up. But if I want them all to go to Aperture anyway, it's gonna work. So that's cool. I like that. What is the agent setup? Okay. Yeah. I need to tell it's doing a good job. Forgot. Yeah, Aperture is the Tailscale router. From what I hear, it's like Light LLM, but it's different. It's a fork, and they obviously have some extra stuff in here that Light LLM doesn't have. And they have all the connectors and things. I don't have any of this stuff configured. I'm still hesitant on like connecting any of these data sources to anything. It's just not what I really want to do. Oh, cool. So we can see this is 3.6, 3.8. Can I dive into this? Yeah, there's our cool. Yeah, I mean, just putting this router in between me and the models gives me a lot more data automatically. I don't know why. Like, this is crazy slow though. Netbird has a similar solution. Um, I don't have experience with Netbird. I know some folks that are using it over Tailscale, and it's just, it's two similar WireGuard VPN solutions, and they're adding more functionality to it. So it makes sense to me. It's here's a router. You already get authentication, and then or you get identification of who am I just based on the network itself, and then you can authorize yourself based on that. Um, I want to see what these are doing. Oh, it snapshotted itself. How many lines is this? 270? Just run it. Gonna interrupt it and do it. Yeah, not working. Not working yet. Oh, it's still there. It goes. It's finally doing some stuff. Model lookup errors twice. Interesting that it can't find the. Oh, what are we doing here? Found the bug. Oh, okay. So that plugin was causing issues. Um, so that was the problem here is the Kimchi plugin automatically does some of this routing, and it didn't have any of those models set up for these types of subagents. It needed to know which one to go to, which is like the harness doing that routing. I think is really cool. If Aperture started doing some of that routing, that would also be cool, just to make it automatic. Of like, hey, this is what we need to look at. Go to this model because I could have DeepSeek for delegation for models, right? And then I could have Qwen 3.8 if it's better. Go ahead and so configured. Um, because Kimchi has their own harness, and that's what I've been using instead. I'll have a video. Actually, I'll have a video in a couple weeks on Kimchi. Um, it's a sponsored video. They had me look at it. It does do some really nice things, I think. And it's similar vein to something like Open Router, in that they host the main models, like the big models, and they kind of build in. So there's Kimi, Minimax. They have DeepSeek. They have those models there. Their harness kind of ties to it and makes it, I don't know if it's, I want to say better, but the routing side of it is better than what Claude does for sure. Okay. We now have, nope, that's the other one. That's DeepSeek. I don't have any data on this. Hey, there we go. So if I look at, wait, why do refresh? I have no data for tokens per second. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to, they're right in the middle of it. I don't want to, I mean, I guess this isn't really a valid test for this with this other like model, like a plugin system sitting in the way. Let's do uh 3.6. I'm switching sides here. What? And Qwen 3.8. This is configured to 3.8, so I want this to be 3.6. Set synchronize panes on. Write a there. Hey, there's a tokens per second. So average 8.6 on Qwen 3.8 over here. I don't know why Qwen 3.6 is taking its sweet time loading. Cool. Now we're doing a few tests here. Now we can go back to our dashboard. Where'd aperture go? Here. Not last 30 days. Filter, date, 24 hours. It's about the same. I don't know why it's not showing the Qwen 3.8 usage. Like it does show it here. I mean, it is a much smaller usage. What's chat saying? Sorry. I do not share resources between 3.6 and 3.8. They are two separate Sparks. So Sparky is running one of them. Look at that memory. Look at the memory usage. 109 gigs used. Sparky's running 3.8 and Spark is running 3.6. I work at 4100H. It's so fast. Yeah. Like a lot of the Spark is a slower machine in general. Like it's just going to take a little while. It doesn't have fast memory. The memory is the bandwidth limitation on it. So it's meant for size, not speed. Running any of this on the 10 storing cards, or I have even a 3060 in my local machine, like it's always going to get me more tokens. But we should see here if this is going to work. I don't want to skew the. Why is this? It's weird. This one isn't doing anything yet. It's like something was still, like maybe the last context was still holding open on 3.6. The new model thinks a lot. Hopefully it gets going. I mean, yeah, I don't know why 3.6 is just sitting there. Where'd the dashboard go? I still would like. Oh, this is the DeepSeek model. Oh, I could do that too. Let me rerun DeepSeek. Exactly what we got here. We're squishing everything in here. Oh, no, wait. That's wrong. I didn't switch models. There. Now go. All right. It's a race. I have no idea why 3.6 is doing nothing over here, like no tokens whatsoever. So we will see. Oh, I realized my camera is blocking the token average on Qwen 3.8. I'm gonna have to call it out like a sports announcer. Oh, thinking can be changed. That also makes sense. Let me double check what they are set to. Hmm. Low and medium reasoning failed to create Flappy Bird's game in one shot. Did it write it? DeepSeek's done? Get out of here. 50 tokens a second. No model ever makes it executable. Pff, not even close. Oh, I'm in ZSH. Maybe I'm the dummy. Nope. Quen is still just like, whatever. I'll get to it when I feel like it. Enabled thinking. Thinking's off. Both requested timed out. They're queued behind. So this Claude says thinking's off. Specific request, thinking without redeploying. I don't need to do that. I will redeploy. Okay. Fixed. Oh, geez. Wait, what? It's not a 2? It just shows me 1 frame at a time. Okay, cool. Always allow. Hey, you did something. 3.6. It just sat there forever. Hey, look, we actually started processing something. Um, okay. We're gonna cancel all this. No request now generates thinking tokens. Yeah, we know. All right. You think? Get pods. They are not running yet, so we restart both pods. and they will get the new configuration, and then also they'll have no requests like waiting for them. So this will be a better test. And I have I don't know how that works on these. The same way when I was, it's binary true or false. There's no reasoning efforts. Okay. Per request. Anyone know if the open code has like a way to do that per request, like that thinking levels? I'll just leave it. I'm gonna split it this way. Might be easier to see the output of the whole thing. But we gotta wait for it to run. And let's double check what if Aperture ever showed. Yeah, 3.8 was using almost nothing. Which also makes sense because if DeepSeek had thinking enabled and the other two had it disabled, they're not going to use a lot of tokens. That's just how that side of it's going to work. All right, let me turn down my AC is actually keeping me cold. Hold on. I've had the AC cranked because I had all of the hardware here in my office and I lost power each time I was trying to run it. So I had to move them onto a different breaker. I have a lot on this breaker. It's yeah. It has I have computers up here, I have my desktop, I have stuff in the back. There's a lot, so I had to move it around. Let's go back to our not this one. This one. See where we're at again. Yeah, we peak there like right at 300 watts on the cluster of 3. So 100 watts a piece, which is like other people said, that's pretty amazing for such small devices. We're running, we're healthy. Let's get 3.6 on that one. 3.8 on this one. And DeepSeek on this one. And go. Select variant. Oh, is this my... This must be my thinking level. Okay. No, that's using not mine. That's why. I want that one. I don't know what the variant is going to mean there. Can everyone still see this? I'm trying to zoom it out a little bit so I can see it. Oh, shoot. In the wrong folder. Open code. Okay. Now we should be set. Let's see. Synchronize panes on. Try a Tetris in Bash and or piece movement and space for rotate. There. Give it a little more details on this one because it seemed to be struggling before. Man, DeepSeek just goes like fires off fast once it's starting there. Here we go. Here's 3.8 running. All three models have no queues because they all restarted. And so I don't know why 3.6 is still taking a while to like process anything. What is the console app? You mean the one that I'm querying in? That's called OpenCode. OpenCode AI. So it's just a harness coding agent. It works with like any model. Like it'll work with like Claude and other hosted stuff too. But I know it works well with self-hosted stuff. 3.6 just sitting there. Like it's hanging out, doing nothing. Let's see. Let's see what DeepSeek's doing here. I see a bug. Hey, it actually chmoded it correctly. It gave me an executable script this time. It thought for 1.3 seconds. And then, so it's actually executing it. I'm getting roughly 40 tokens a second down here. Almost. Let's see where. See, like 3.6 hasn't even started. 3.6, like, there's got to be something going on here. I restarted it, but I can't imagine it's in a queue because 3.8's running and they're on separate VLM endpoints. They're on separate nodes. I'm only getting 6.5 tokens on Qwen 3.8 here. Why is DeepSeek so much? It's done. Let's see. Whoa. Nope. I don't, I don't think the I mean, we still like 3.8 is still churning through stuff. But 3.6 is doing nothing. Each one, the two Qwen models are both fit on a single spark each, and DeepSeek spread across two sparks. Getting 48 tokens with 3.8, and I feel like 3.6 has something wrong with it. So this DeepSeek said it fixed it. No. Is there something else in there? No. That still don't work. Oh, game over. Score 0. I will show you. I will show you what happens. Let's see what it. Oh, what? I can't. Can I do that? Let me also try before I completely tell it it's wrong. Yeah, no, you're wrong. See what it thinks of that. I don't know how it's going to process that if it actually thinks it's aligned still. Qwen 3.6 doing nothing. Both models decode identical speed. Queue depth. Request waiting in queue. Split the sub-agent load. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's try that. So this is going to re-roll these two. Max number of. So yeah, so each agent, each sub-process. So DeepSeek, I'm assuming, doesn't have that limitation. Hey, we got something here. Whoa, what the? I don't know. I can rotate, but I don't know why that piece just like, whoa, what? I have no idea. It's a little busted, but it worked. Oh, okay. Oh, I still had synchronized panes on. Whoops. Oh well. Okay. Applied. Both will restart. So now each VLM endpoint will get 4 requests total for those sub requests. Watch for once the pods are ready. Number requests waiting. Where is that? Where is VLM query? Here we go. Aha. Hey, I actually finally got some stats on this. Requests over time. And did my view. Did this model activity ever show? This still doesn't show 3.8 being used, which is weird to me. Like 3.8 was processing stuff, and it doesn't show up here. Nope. Let's wait for it to run again. I saw the DeepSeek harness yesterday. It looks very experimental. I'm not running that right now. It looked like literally they're like, this is based on this framework for how code should be written. And that framework was like, this is based on this paper for how code should be written. And that paper was published yesterday. Like, I'm not running that right now. Like, you all just like threw a bunch of stuff out there with Nick, some new ideas. I'm not going down the DeepSeek harness route just yet. Yeah. I'm still trying to learn my harness and figure out like, is this good? I don't know. Yeah, I do have my stars. I think I looked at it. So if I look at, I have a list. No, that's not it. Is this reverse sorted? No, I don't remember what it was. Deep. Is that it? Yeah. This is their brand new harness. And they're like, it's based on Cordis. And Cordis like dropped yesterday. And this Cordis says it's based on this paper, which dropped yesterday. I'm like, you all didn't like this is all AI generated. Like I'm not betting on that. Just not gonna do it. Ron, how do you run Qwen locally? I'm not the best person to talk to about that. I have I don't want to say opinions. I don't really have opinions on it, but I definitely have experience that tilts me in a direction that probably isn't the way that a lot of people should run this locally. If you're running any of this locally for yourself, if you have a Spark, I would go with like Spark Run. Is Spark Run AI? No. Spark Run. Like this is a wrapper around a bunch of these models and you just like you run this thing and then you just like try a model and it allows you to do some of the like dual spark setups. It's probably the easy way for like a single user. Like I am one person, I have something that can run a model. I want to run this. If it's a Spark, I would start with Spark Run. I would just go try it. There's a bunch of things out there that'll do this stuff. A lot of them are like model specific, where they have a lot of opinions about their runtime, all these things. Spark Run seemed a little bit more friendly to say, like, just give me a new model. Um, uh, was it Darkstar DS4? This one is another one that, like, if you have a Spark or a Mac, like maybe this one, because this lets you run like larger models on something. Dwarf Star, man, I always call it the wrong thing. Dwarf Star. It's DeepSeek V4 Pro, but it's also going to be slower because it streams stuff from the hard drive. So like it's meant to. I want to run a big model. But yeah, I'm not the right person to. I'm not going to show you how to like do this on any hardware. I wrote I vibe coded a wrapper for myself for my local machine. Did I? No, I don't have it. Um, and it's literally just like a bash wrapper that does VLLM stuff. And it gives me like a database of which models I can run and then just some opinions about how those models should run. Because I was sick of like trying to remember which arguments for which thing. And so I wrote a wrapper. Is it list? Man, I don't even remember what it was. I probably have something like some old Docker. Yeah. I don't know. I don't use it very much anymore because I have extra hardware that I dedicate to running this stuff. Running it on my local machine causes other things to, break. I also use my local machine for video editing and for live streaming. And so I don't like having models having to keep up with the GPU using it. Um, Side by side comparison, I'm still trying to get there. I'm just trying to get them to work the same way. Where I'm hoping to be there soon. What the heck is VLLM Omni? What is this? I don't know if I want to know this thing. This is I'm guessing you added an L in there. Um, oh, okay. So it's just multimodal. It's really fun seeing Omni being used all these places because my work, we build an Omni product that came out 3 years ago. Um, and so it's like everyone has an Omni now. And I was like, oh, this is very crowded, this space. So yeah, so okay, so it's just a multi-mode. I don't do a lot of like vision or pictures or images. I this might be interesting if I could use it with although 3.8 doesn't do audio, it does images and text. I have another endpoint that just does its Whisper that's just doing transcriptions for audio. Not large language model. Maybe it actually has some model behind it. It must. So it's like, that's what I use for my podcast. I'm like, hey, give me a transcript of this. If I could combine some of that into a single endpoint, cool. But again, most of these models are not universal. Thoughts on Odysseus by PewDiePie? If it's from PewDiePie, I'm probably not going to use it. I'm not honestly, I'm not getting my uh yeah. I'm focusing on professionals in the space, not necessarily like YouTubers that are playing with it. So that's not my area of who I'm kind of listening to for this stuff. Everyone's building their own kind of thing because they all have their own idea around how it works. And ideas are cheap and now execution is easy. And a lot of these things, no one wants to maintain them. And I'm not going to bet my long-term anything on something that I don't know if someone's going to maintain. Someone else loaded 3.8. Um, oh, how is the Qwen 3 on the Strix Halo? That is one I do not have any good AMD hardware, so I don't know how any of that works. I'm assuming those models just work with the Rock'em, yeah. You don't have to do any like conversion on the model itself. That's I guess I don't know for sure. Man, look at this. Look at these dips. Memory usage. It loaded something and then it stopped. How's Sparky doing? Basically the same. Let's look at where is this one. I want to look at Spark over the past, let's say 3 hours. Network. I also should be able to see network traffic's going to be minimal. Does this one give me a power? I don't think it does. Hardware miscellaneous. There's the temperature. That's what I was looking for. Okay, were these getting too hot? 78. I have a couple fans blowing on it. Yeah, we're in the 70s range. So we haven't triggered any alerts here. Our alerts are at whatever this 70 something is. So we should be okay. Waiting for those models. DeepSeek takes a good 10 minutes when I restart it to like load up and be ready again. So definitely take some time to load into memory. But also it's dual machine, so it needs to like talk to the other node and like coordinate, hey, which tensors are you going to handle? I did the mistake that I installed Windows. Yeah, that's a big mistake right there. Gaming server. Yeah, the Linux gaming, I get it. Like people like it. I don't game much. And I also have a Steam Deck, which is again running on Linux. Okay. We got models. I need to switch all these models. Set synchronize panes off. Models. Qwen 3.6. This one's 3.8 and models. DeepSeek DGX. Can I? Okay, here we go. Right, Tetris game. Both are ready because I asked you, jerk. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this actually works now. Again, DeepSeek gets tokens going processed way faster than either of the Qwen models, and I don't know why. Our average on the 3.8 is already higher, 8 tokens a second. I think we were at 6 before. Again, not fast. And Qwen 3.6 does nothing. Catching up on chat. I have 4 sparks currently. So I know I've said it already. These top 2, this is Qwen 3.6, this is Qwen 3.8, and this is DeepSeek v4. Each Qwen is running on a single spark, and DeepSeek's running across 2. It's the 4 flash. I think that's a 122 parameter model. Why is the spark so slow? It's slow because the memory bandwidth is slow. So tokens per second is going to be slow on these devices because memory bandwidth is the bottleneck. And every time DeepSeek is like way ahead. Yeah, I am seeing thinking now on the Qwen model, which it was not doing before because that was disabled. And I don't have, so I had them configured in a 3-node ring originally because I'm running DeepSeek across 2. That's just direct connect. The 2 other sparks are connected, but they're not running a model across both. So they're just isolated to a single. So like the Connect X7 QSFP card or cable doesn't actually matter in this case. I don't know what the context window. I don't think I deleted the DeepSeek Tetris from the last time, so it might be reusing some of that. Oh, look, Qwen 3, it's back down to 6 tokens a second. The Sparks have 128 gigs total memory, and you split that up for VRAM and for system usage. So that's like in total, we will have 128 gigs available. How you divvy that up is up to you. In general, these like 30 billion parameter models are pretty good because they give you enough headroom to run with a decent amount of context, like 65K token or contexts, and still leave some system memory. That's what I've been seeing. The DeepSeek is 122 billion parameters, and that's again spread across 2. It's using about 60 gigs of VRAM per node. Is the Spark generation speed slower than the 5090? Probably. Yeah, like the 5090 has DDR5 memory. It's going to be fast. What is this? Live deployment still has what? Oh, are you serious? This is ridiculous. Oh, that's so frustrating. Flux reverted it. The downside of automation. Okay, so there's my context. So DeepSeek has a 512 context. Yes. And then both of the Sparks or both of the Qwen models has 65K. Okay, let's see if I'm in temp. What? Game over. That didn't work at all. Oh, now it like, whoops. Wait, I'm gonna do this anew. Yeah, that's toast. Hey, look at Qwen 3.6 finally processed something. It finally processed 66 tokens. Wow. What is going on? I'm assuming Qwen 3.6 is going to restart soon. Let's see. Spark stinks for the price. I mean, that depends. Like if you want a kind of universal thing that has 128 gigs of memory to run a model, like it's a pretty good deal, I think. I mean, it's still $5,000. I don't think people should spend that money like for a personal toy unless you have $5,000 to spend. Sure. An RTX 6000 ADA 48 gig. Um, you would load basically the entire model in that 48 gigs, I think, and then you have to use system memory for um for your context. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Bad gateway because it restarted. They both restarted. Here's what I'm going to do. Oh, shoot. I was still synchronized. Off. Let's continue the session. Did it work? Nope. Still broken. It's still broken. And I also killed that model as it was going. Someone asked me what quant I'm using for the DeepSeek 4 Flash. This would be manifest. Where is it? DeepSeek. There you go. So whatever DeepSeek puts out is the quantization I'm using. I don't know. What are you doing? Sure. Debug script here. Yes, you can always access temp. That's okay. I don't put my important files in temp. What else we got? 3 P40s from NVIDIA. You can get 14 tokens, no problem. Oh yeah, people mention like quants below 4 is not going to be accurate for anything. You're gonna give you lots of tokens a second, and they're gonna suck. running Qwen 3.8 on RTX Pro 6000, which costs as much as two of the Sparks, basically. I think a little more, actually, and getting 58 to 80 tokens a second. DeepSeek's a mixture of experts. Yes, you're correct. That actually explains a lot, because not every token needs every weight loaded. So until Qwen has a mixture of experts model, you are right. I will be seeing slower, much slower, and that makes sense at probably. I'm assuming I would go faster than this 40 if like because the wait, but the Qwen 3.6 is a mixture of experts, I think. Let me double check that. Um, let's VLM system 3.6. Oh, I'm not running it. Oh, so I'm running the full. I am running the dense model. You are correct. I thought I was running the MOE. And I can't run both in parallel, but I would get. Oh man, now I have to do another video and see what the yeah, the A3B MOE on Qwen. Yeah. Reading, I'm following up on the chat. Yeah, for sure. This is this is gonna cause that to be slower. We got two running again. I'm going over to close this. Let's try this again. 3.6. 3.8. Open code. This is running the 3.8. I can probably switch this when I started. Can't I? 3.6. Make sure I get this again. Oh, I wasn't synchronized. Ah, hate it. I should have saved this as my prompt a while ago, but I didn't. There. I wonder if it's different. Probably not. Go. Please. Please work this time. Hey, they're both processing roughly at the same time. This is a good sign. Okay. Whew, man. But now everyone's giving me like I need to test the mixture of experts 3.6, and then when 3.8 comes out, test that one. Because for sure that is going to cause a big speed difference. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Like this is also cool. Like just I don't usually get a bunch of people on my streams. So yeah, I don't know where you all found this or what you all are doing watching this, but thanks. Which ones are the A10s? Man, I don't remember what the A10s are. What is this? What? The Ampere architecture. Which is funny because each of those is going to take more power than my Sparks. When I looked at the, should really favorite this. Am I logged in? I am. Start. There we go. A single Spark is using right now 52 watts, and the three node stack is using 171, which is just absolutely crazy. I have 3 Sparks running for roughly the same power budget as your one GPU. Yours is probably faster, but pretty crazy. Spark run, go away. Let's see if this is getting more. Why don't I see 3.8 here. It is processing stuff, but it doesn't show up here. I do not know. I do not know why. Qwen 3.8 spending a bunch of time thinking. We're already preparing to write up here on 3.6. What's DeepSeek doing? You're building. Fixed. Are you sure? Are you sure? No, I don't want to do it in Tmux just because I think Tmux might be causing some problems too. It's not auto moving down. Does space rotate? Space rotates? Do I have to manually move it down? Oh no, now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have to manually move it down. But hey, this is pretty close. Let's see if we get more than one type of machine or type of space or shape. Yes. Because before it was giving me the same shape over and over again. It's very slow. Oh, now they're auto advancing. Oh no, it's caching my arrow pushes. I can't change anything now. I held down for a while. There we go. Okay, that's progress. Not quite a one shot. Okay, 3.8 is writing. 3.6 is still preparing. I'm gonna drop here in a bit, but let me double check. I think I have a call. I have work to do. Yeah, I got work to do in like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna hang out for like 5 more minutes. I want this to work. I want one of these things to actually deploy. And I can't say that all of this is like DeepSeek is better, because I think that the Qwen models are obviously they run on a single Spark, which is great. B, the mixture of expert models should be as fast or faster than what I'm getting here, 50 average on DeepSeek. So we should be able to bump this up later. What do I do for work? I work at Cedera Labs. I work on Talos Linux. This is and that's actually I'm running Talos on the Sparks. I'm a I don't know. I know Kubernetes very well. So what are you scaling up for? I don't know what it's scaling up. It thinks it has 2 nodes to scale up. I have to fix that. It thinks there's another node adding in here. But yeah, we build Omni is a Kubernetes management. It's bare metal Kubernetes. I've been doing a bunch of research on AI on top of Kubernetes, so that's my jam. But yeah, I work on Talos mostly. And I've been doing a bunch of exploring for AI stuff in Kubernetes. There's a lot of things happening of like making it better, making it more usable and easy to use for folks. So that's been my research mostly for this year, and I've been testing it out. Oh, thanks for subscribing. That's fun. I don't generally like I don't do lives very often. I just so happen to have new hardware and I wanted to test it out. I have a couple videos planned coming out in the next month-ish. But I also have a bunch of travel. So travel always makes it hard to make videos. Um, and in general, I do videos on systems type stuff. Usually it's Linux or self-hosting related, just because that's the background that I have. So I come from doing on-prem stuff at Disney for a while. I worked at Amazon for a while, did EKS Anywhere, which is like their on-prem Kubernetes, and then joined Sodera Labs almost 3 years ago, 2.5 ish. Hey, your university runs Talos now. Awesome. Good to hear. Yeah, I knew of Talos when Andrew launched it 7 or 8 years ago. I was working at Disney at the time doing on-prem Kubernetes, and I was like, "This is awesome! Like, I want this to work." And so we just stayed in touch ever since. And then when I was leaving Amazon, I was like, "Hey, this is something that I've been competing with you." We were building EKS Anywhere to compete with folks like Sodero and doing on-prem Kubernetes. So I wanted to I wanted to work on a product that I liked better. The AWS EKS Anywhere was not good. Um, yeah, okay, there you go. That feels like the fast loop flooded the buffer. That feels like what was happening, where my key presses just weren't being registered. Something else was taking the focus. Qwen 3.6 still not doing anything. We only got 250 tokens out of Qwen 3.6. 3.8 is chugging along. I definitely need to make a video comparing the MOE uh Qwen 3.6 to regular Qwen 3.6. I'm sure one exists. I'm sure there's other videos that exist out there. But I now have some hardware to do some benchmarking in parallel, which is great. I had one Spark up until last week. And so it was really hard to like compare them over and over again because you'd wait 10 minutes to like spin up another. Look at this. This says 0 tokens. Context is 0 tokens. What is going on? This at least says I have 10,000. That's probably why Aperture is showing it wrong. Um, Yeah, because at least this up here is showing something, even if it's not doing anything right now. I still don't know why it's queued. All three done. This will probably be the last test I do. And then I got to drop. Where'd my terminal go? There it is. That's better. Up arrow, go down. Yep. Up arrow. Well, all I'm getting to block. Oh, okay, there we go. Space, up arrow. Does a line break actually work? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Wait, up. Oh, that's not what I want. I want spaces. Spaces rotate. I'm gonna need a line. I rotated that by accident. Space is rotate. Up. Give me a straight. Dang it. Can I can get rid of line. Let's see. Yes, it works. All right, cool. Thanks, DeepSeek. You did good. It's good enough. 3.6 is writing. This was all for like benchmarking 3.6 to 3.8. Like we didn't even get there. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's still preparing to write. I'm gonna have to have another video or something to show this. 3.8's going. But it's 6 tokens a second at these full models is gonna be fun. Where is my camera? There it is. Cool. All right. Yeah. So like 3.8, if you can fit it on a single node, sure. If it's an actual GPU with DDR5, it's going to be probably faster than what I'm getting on these Sparks. Um, Sorry, catching up on chat real quick. Did it hit the 65,000 context window? No. 3.6 still shows it's using 14. Oh, do you mean 3.8? Let's see. Claude says that the aperture model in the JSON in aperture is missing a pricing block. But why does that matter for context window? Oh, and that's why it's not showing in the model or in aperture's like graph. Okay, that makes sense. Might need to set the context side inside of open code. I mean, open code's the same for all three. Maybe for the model itself, it needs something set. And yeah, I'm trying to keep these as similar as possible so I can test both of them together. And they're, maybe in an hour or two, the 3.8 model will finish. I have no idea. But yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. If you want to subscribe, I'll have some videos later. I might do another live at some point, but I'll probably just get something pre-recorded to show a difference in them because I can edit it and it can be faster. You don't have to sit here and watch me ramble while I wait for tokens to generate. So yeah, thanks everyone. See you later.